I have an interesting question. Lynn, do you have a technology background?
Sort of.
The reason I'm asking is, and I'm curious, I get this a lot. They don't understand the difference between this is a marketing objective, it involves technology, but I was just curious if you were running into that, because I find that with small businesses, they were like, I have to talk to my computer guy. But it's a marketing objective, it's not, I mean, yes, you're using technology, but I'm curious from your size companies, if you run into the same thing. I know you need to have the technology department involved, but do you have to sell technology first, or is it really that you sell the marketing concept first? And you could probably even chime in too.
I think we sell the marketing concept first, and then we put the technology resources behind it. Is that?
Yeah, I'm wondering if you run into those barriers, because I do see that a lot, is that people think it's technology, but it really is a marketing initiative, and they're confusing it because it revolves around technology. So
I see what you're saying.
They automatically say, I need to talk to the tech person. The tech person is not a marketing person.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is that we make it an editorial. It's all editorial. So that's why everything is like me. So it's like, oh, we need to add a so-and-so, so-and-so. Talk to Lynn. And then I'll do the cross-functional team. I'll bring together the cross-functional team who needs to make it happen. So I have to think it out. I'll sit down with the IA person, think it out, and because I do have some marketing, some technology, and have been a journalist for many years, so I can bring it all together.
I'd say it's the same for me as well, pretty much the same.
I've been hearing, I mean, over and over again, I think what we've heard today, and you know, if we're going to leave with one thing about, you know, if you did want to solve this problem of moving a project from should to can, it sounds like over and over again what we're saying is it's about finding the right people, you know, whether those people are internal or external or they're you. It is almost always a people solution. Technology is fine, and then there's a lot of options there. But really, what it comes down to is getting a person who takes responsibility and pushes everything forward in the direction that matches the company, or you know, flies under the radar like the March of Dimes. But you know, it's about being that person who can make it fit for the company. And push it forward. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, yeah. Because, I mean, like you're asking, as well as being the senior editor, community director, I guess I'm also the product manager. So that kind of speaks to what you were asking. So it's like wearing, and I think that just happens on the web naturally, like you wear many hats.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely. I also think that the more you can show management the passion you have for it, the better. I mean, if you can show them PowerPoints and all this, and you know, but if you really are passionate about it, that really sort of catches on too.
Okay, we're almost out of time, so I want to give each of you one last chance just to give, you know, if you had one final piece of advice on this topic for the room, and you want to throw it out there, you can. And if you don't want to, you could maybe show something that's like Jen, your new project. Basically, this is your chance to say one more thing.
I think is Jen capable of saying one thing? I think my thing I would like to leave you with is I would love it if more business people would appeal to the expertise of bloggers and really draw on the strengths of the community. And if you need guidance about that, like introductions or being pointed in the right direction, I know 20 amazing women who could completely make a difference in your project, and that would be trustworthy, smart, and capable. So I just would like to ask you to go directly to our community, because I think we can take you there.
And I guess I would say just don't give up, and just, you know, keep at it, and you know, showing the benefits. And the only other last thing I have to say is we need a name for the blog. And if anyone has any ideas, or if anyone would like to be involved in a brainstorming session, just give me your card. And we'll also be launching it in beta, like a month before we actually launch it. If anyone's interested in participating in the beta, I'd love to know.
I guess one thing I learned is you're not only having to sell management or sell internal, you're selling the community sometimes. Sometimes you're trying to get the community to understand what you're doing. So being really transparent there is also, like I said, we have that group, site advisors and testers, and I'm in there responding to as much as I can. And I think it's really important, if you want people to be a part of what you're doing, to really include them in the process and to be transparent about what's happening. Hey, site was down. Hey, database issues. You've got to let them know. Because when someone says, you know, I posted a blog today, I posted a blog post, where'd it go? It's in our database somewhere. We'll bring it back out. You know, you got to let them know. You can't, you've got to really walk the walk with them as well, because they're your community. They're the reason you're doing it.
And I'll leave you with the idea that you know, I do work on things from the technology side, and I find there's almost nothing more frustrating than finishing a project, you know, creating a blog for a company and turning it over to them and watching them do nothing with it. And so this idea of people being a solution is really important to me, and one that I not always successfully try to convey to my clients about. The technology is not the solution. You know, you put the technology out there, but you really still have to have somebody whose job it is to make this work, and to be there and present and putting a human face onto the technology. So that's kind of my takeaway. And also, you should buy Blogging for Dummies. So, so thank you, everybody. And yes, second edition. I didn't write the first edition, so don't buy that one. And thanks you all of you for your great comments and for coming to the session today.